Good afternoon. This is Arn Cinadella, Spark Investment Group from Greenville, South Carolina. And one of the questions I'm asked quite often by investors is, hey, Arn, how do I get started doing what you're doing? How do I get into multifamily syndication on the active side as part of the general partnership? Uh, Often they have invested in several syndication deals as a passive investor, as a limited partner. And so they start to learn a little bit about how it all works. And then oftentimes, many of them wish to kind of move into the active side. Uh, Maybe they're trying to find a way to create additional income streams, maybe a way to uh, supplement their W-2 income and or creating sufficient syndication income to leave their W-2 and become a full-time multifamily investor. So it's a question I get quite a bit. And I think I have like two main ways to get into multifamily syndication, and then a word of advice as to what else somebody should do if they want to start getting into the active side of multifamily syndication. So, in my experience, typically people can get into multifamily syndication, become part of a general partnership team in one of two ways. The first one is find a deal. So if you can find a property that's a good buy, that's a good investment, and you either lack the capital yourself or the experience or the financial ability to obtain a multifamily loan, but you found a good property, it's a good investment, the numbers make sense, but you can't bring it down yourself, then I would encourage you to reach out to operators, lead sponsors in the market where you found this property and bring it to them, and they have the capability of raising the capital, handling the syndication documents, obtaining the financing. They know how to do the due diligence. And so in return for you bringing them a good opportunity, you are entitled to part of the general partnership promote, which is kind of the profit share at the end of the deal, assuming the property and asset is sold at a profit. So you have earned a share of the general partnership simply by locating the property. The other advantage, I'd say, for a newer multifamily investor or someone who wants to get into the syndication space is by going through this process and partnering with people who have done it before, that's a great learning experience for you. So there's two benefits. One, you get some financial compensation, but I would submit the bigger benefit, the bigger long-term benefit is you actually start to learn the business from the inside, and you partner up 2 or 3 times, and then maybe by that time you're sufficiently educated, trained, confident that you can go out and do it on your own. And that's what the Spark Multifamily Coaching Program is all about, is helping aspiring multifamily investors move into the active space. So number one, find a deal, go into your market, talk to brokers, drive for dollars, get on social media, go to networking events, let people know that you're looking to buy an apartment building, and turn over as many stones as you can, and hopefully fairly soon you could find something that makes sense. The second primary way to get into the multifamily syndication space is by raising capital. So if you're somebody either due to business or your social sphere, your career, uh, your your position in the community, if you are in contact with individuals who, one, want to invest in real estate, and two, have the financial wherewithal to invest capital in multifamily syndication deals, then you can also get part of the general partnership by raising capital for the deal. And before I go on, there are other activities that need to be done uh, as part of the general partner, and this also applies to finding the deal too. Uh, Generally, you want to be involved in helping with the due diligence on the property, perhaps putting up some of the earnest money deposit. Also, be involved in some way the day-to-day operation of the property, or just researching the market and somehow contributing to the total operation of buying an apartment building through syndication. So you just can't do capital raising, but that could be your primary role, and then we fill it in with other roles. So if you're an individual that knows people who have capital, who want to invest in real estate, uh, being able to bring capital to a syndication deal entitles one to part of the general partnership. And again, just like finding a deal, it also offers the benefit of greater education and understanding on the whole syndication process. Um, so my advice there would be, I always kind of believe the soft sell is better than the hard sell. So what do I mean by raising capital? I don't mean running up to everybody you know and go, "Hey, you want to invest 50,000 in this deal, or you got 50,000 to invest in this deal?" Uh, that's not going to be very successful. The better way to do it is just let people know what you're doing. Hey, I'm looking to buy multifamily property. Maybe you and a couple buddies get together and buy a 4-unit building or an 8-unit building, and that's how you kind of get started. And you just let people know what you're doing. You know, Joe may call you up on Saturday and go, "Hey, you want to go play golf?" And you go, "Well, no, I got to go down to this town 20 miles out because I'm looking at a 16-unit building." And just by sharing with your social and business community, personal spheres of influence, uh, I found in my 46-year career, lots of people love real estate and they're always looking for ways to invest. Maybe they don't know how, maybe they don't have time to do it. But if you just share with them that you're getting active in the space, you're starting to acquire properties, look at properties, I suspect many of them will raise their hand and say, "Hey, Jennifer, next time you find something, please let me know. I may like to invest." So it's kind of a slow, gentle sharing of your activities, just kind of planting the seed about, hey, investing in multifamily is good. And of course, as you talk to people about it, you let them know what the benefits are of multifamily investing. Certainly, there are tax advantages. You get cash flow. You have the chance to grow your equity through appreciation. And so there are a lot of benefits to real estate, a lot of benefits particular to multifamily real estate. And so if you just kind of share this over time and kind of a conversational level, uh, just planting the seed, not asking for money, people will identify themselves. And then as you find deals and get involved, then you'll have kind of an idea of who you can go to present this, and you take the conversation to the next level. And always present it just as an opportunity. Hey, I'm investing in this building over here, this 36 unit building, in Greenville, South Carolina. We kind of talked about it, thought you might be interested in learning more about it. And if they say no, they say no. And you just go on and you go, well, how about the Atlanta Braves winning last night, or whatever you want to talk about? But I suspect many will actually say, tell me more. How does it all work? And then that's when you can help further educate them and just present the opportunity. So that's the two main ways: find a property or raise capital. And then I think the overarching thing is you need to get involved with people who have done it before. And that could certainly be through a coaching or mentoring program, or it could just be through local investor networks and networking groups and so forth. But as you get into the business, I think you'll find having teammates and partners who have done this will further your path towards multifamily investing. It's the way I did it. I've been in real estate all my life, but I was primarily a single family investor. And so 5 years ago, when I decided to move to multifamily, I actually joined two separate mentoring coaching programs. Actually, now that I think of it, it was actually three. And so I invested the time and money to get educated, to get help. And I can tell you, when I found my first property to buy, my mentors and coaches were there. And without their help, I probably wouldn't have been able to get the deal across the finish line. So I'm a true believer in the value of coaching and mentoring, partnership with more experienced. It's a great way to learn, great way to get into the business. And, you're going to probably be investing your own capital. You may be investing the capital of your friends and family. And so you want the deal to go well. And I'd say if you partner with more experienced people, the probabilities of the deal being successful increase. So anyway, hopefully this has been helpful. This is Arn Cinedella, Spark Investment Group. Reach out to me anytime and look for more little videos, and reach out to me anytime. I'm happy to talk. Thank you. Bye-bye.